everyone! Today I'll be talking about the Kinbor planner for 2024. So we are in the thick of planner season. A lot of us planner people love to have our planners ready by November, definitely before the holiday season starts, so we can start thinking about already next year. So this is actually one of my favorite times of the year, and I'm sure you've seen lots of different hauls, lots of different comparisons, but today I'll share a little bit about the Kinbor 2024 planner. So I ordered this off of AliExpress. It was about $20 USD shipped, which is a great deal. This is not my personal planner, at least I have not decided about what I'm going to use for next year. This is actually my husband's work planner. He's currently using a Passion Planner daily, and he's transitioning to the Kinbor planner. It comes in some different covers, at least for the A5 size. It comes in one that looks like a dragon for 2024 because it's Year of the Dragon. It's bright red with gold. They have another one that's just a little bit more subtle, like this black one, and I think they also have a panda one that's like holding a nugget of gold. So I'm excited to take a deep dive into this. I have not used this planner before. You don't see Kinbor that much in social media. I think, you know, they might be on different social media channels, but I'm not that familiar with. So first glance, it feels quite soft, similar to the Tomoe River paper. As we know, Tomoe River paper, the old one, is no longer, you know, able to continue to make their Tomoe River paper, so it's since moved to the Sanzen paper. There's been a lot of interesting things about Sanzen, but it does feel different. So I don't have like a full book of Sanzen paper to compare it to. I have like a little bit of just like a little scrap paper that they've given me from last year, but nothing, you know, nothing like a notebook form. So they have this little info guide here. Yes, this is the other cover that it comes in, which is really cute. They used to, in 2023, they used to have an Avec version where you break out the year from 6 months to 6 months, and it's all dated, dated daily pages. But this year they only have this in A5 and A6 in a full book. It comes in a really nice cover, actually. This reminds me of the Art and Sciences cover. So if you ever have used the Hobonichi planner, this is kind of similar. There's a little more texture on the English planner, they call this one, from Arts and Science Design, also still Hobonichi, versus the Kinbor here, but you know, some gold foiling. They also have yearly calendar, daily attendance, monthly, little suggestions on how to use it. If you don't read Chinese, you can use like your Google Translate, the camera option, to translate for you. They have some different ways to use it here, which is really cool. On the back, they have the daily pages breakdown, schedule, favor, 21-day favorites. Very cute. And if you open it up, it becomes a calendar. So this is a giant calendar. You can post this, I guess, maybe if you're looking for a cute dragon calendar. All right, let's pull this back up. Okay, so let's take a deep dive. It feels great in the hand. There's a bit of embossing here. It's very exciting that next year is Year of the Dragon. Kinbor, keep imaginative and be on the road. Yeah, this is, I think you can take this as is on the road. I'll be honest, I don't think you need another cover on it. It feels sturdier than like just the non-textured cardboard that comes with the Hobonichi cousin. So this is similar to, I would say, more of the original Hobonichi because it doesn't have weekly pages, but it just happens to be A5 size. So you know how the cousin has those vertical weeklies. And take a look here. Very nice. There's some textured paper here, which looks really beautiful. It's hard to capture on camera, but it has like that organic, you know, custom paper feel. 2024 Techo. You have 2023 calendar, 2024 calendar in giant version. You have 2025. I love that. So they have like the zodiac year. So that's like year of the dragons, year of the bunny. I'm guessing these are all, yeah, these are all Chinese holidays. So if you don't celebrate these, you can feel free to just put something over that. But this is Monday to Sunday. So Sunday is the last day. Similar to Hobonichi, they do write it all in Chinese, but this is pretty easy to remember. Like Monday is literally 1, 2, 3, right? So it's pretty easy to remember. And if not, I don't think it's a deal breaker for using this planner at all if you don't understand Chinese or can't read Chinese. This is similar to the Hobonichi cousin. They also have this. It's a little bit wider. Some people like to use this as like a habit tracker. You write your habits on the side, and then you kind of fill it in if you have completed that habit for that day. Some people like to use this for birthdays or memory keeping, like they write a memory of the month and then some highlights. I personally have not used these pages because I'm just not quite sure how to utilize them. So it keeps going. This is quite nice though. I love that it has rounded corners. It's a nice touch. Makes it feel, just feels a little cozier. So here we go into the monthly section. It looks very similar to what I'm used to with the Hobonichi. It looks like a full box. Sometimes Hobonichi does a half box. So it looks like a full box. And you have a lot of space here to write down your goals or just like monthly to-dos or monthly things that you want to plan out. Also on the side, and you have the month before and the month ahead in case you need to just like circle something real quick and write it down before you forget. Yeah, these look like full boxes on each box. I really like that. It's a full box. So far, how it feels in the hand, it feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like their original Tomoe River, printer number 7 paper. It doesn't like have that sinking, soft feeling, but it feels pretty nice. It does feel coated. I'll have to do a fountain pen test to see if this is something that would be fountain pen friendly. As you can see here, Monday to Sunday is listed out in English as well as Chinese. So you actually, you don't need to know how to read Chinese to use this at all. Here you do, I guess, but I feel like after a while you'll remember it, that they're all Monday to Sunday. All right, so let's speed this up a bit. December, okay, so they don't go into 2025 calendars. So I know the Hobonichi cousin, they go into 3 months of the next year, which is really nice. Oops, sorry, I moved the camera a bit. Okay, plan for next year. Oh, this is nice. You can plan, just like you can do a little vision board. You can do affirmations. You can do goal setting, resolutions. You can do a reflection on last year and then reflection on upcoming year. Then little things right here. I'm not quite sure what everyone uses this for. Maybe they use it as like putting a little photo of each month, which is really cute. And you have your monthly overview section. Oh, and it's lined. It has a light faded dotted line, which is cool. Okay. Here is the daily pages. So we're getting started into daily January 1st. It's a Monday and it's week 1. There's no quotes, so you get the full A5 page and you have a couple dots up here. You can either use this as an actual 24-hour timeline, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. Or you can use this as like just a task list. And it goes from 7 a.m. all the way to midnight, which is really nice. There is a line here. So they do also have an invisible line. It's actually a very faded, dotted grid. I do like it. It's not too harsh on the eyes. It doesn't come in all the fun colors, monthly colors that you might be used to with the Hobonichi cousin. But I think it works. You know, sometimes it's red if it's a holiday or Sunday, and then sometimes it's just gray. So this is week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3. And you have a little overview, monthly overview, where you are in the week when you look at these pages. So yeah, I love that it goes through the full timeline and it gives you that half-hour bullet, which is really nice if you have an appointment at, let's say, 1:30. You can just start it here and then make a bullet right through. All right, so this is more or less the same. There's, you know, sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's red. That doesn't really bother me. It's very subtle. It does remind me a bit of just the original, the English planner that Hobonichi has. There's a quote here, but there's no quotes on the daily pages, and there's no block of who's saying that quote on the other side of the page, or the right side. So this is different. It's just different enough that if you were someone who loved the daily pages but wanted more space from the quotes, or you wanted a more thorough timeline that really blocks it out by half hour, this is a fantastic option. You don't need to know English to use, you don't need to know Chinese to use it, or yeah, I guess you don't need to know English to use it either. You can just use it if you are fluent in Chinese. All right. So it's basically the same. There's a lot less personality in this planner. I would say Hobonichi has a lot of personality. Like each month is a different color. All the quotes add a little bit of just quirkiness to it. This seems like a great business planner. It's very subtle. If you want to use this for work or notes, it's perfect because you might not need just like the weekly overview for work. You kind of maybe just want to block it out on, big meetings on your monthly, and then you can block out your day here. But if you work on a weekly basis, then maybe you can do a weekly planner instead. All right, so that's really how it is for the rest of the planner. Let's see, it goes all the way out to December 31st, 2024. And then you have some blank pages. Let's see how many. It is dated on the bottom, which is really nice. So you have 14 dated pages. That's definitely more than what Hobonichi gives you. You have a schedule. This could be really helpful if you're in school and you want to schedule out certain activities. A gift list, that's also in Hobonichi, keeping track of who gave you a gift so you can make sure you reciprocate. 21-day plan. You can use this for habit building, habit tracking. That's usually a good way to start a habit with 21 days. I love checklists. You can do something like movies that you watch in this section, music that you really like, books, TV shows. Just keep track of like little things that you've done. You can do things you want to travel, things you want to do, things you want to eat, little things to keep track of. That's so you don't lose, like, oh, I really want to go to that place, or I really want to see that movie. This is really funny. Eye exercises. That's really nice to avoid some eye fatigue. Maybe I'll try that. They have paper sizes, which is adorable because if you're a stationery geek, you're very particular about which size notebook you use for a certain purpose. Obviously this is A5, and I love that they break it down for you. Over here, it's all in centimeters. This is some sizing guides. They have a map. This would be cool if you wanted to travel to certain areas. You can mark down where you want to go. It's cute, the map. They mark down certain cities here. Gourmet food. Oh, what they're recommending for each cuisine. That's kind of cool. 24 solar terms. Oh, these are really beautiful illustrations. And then you have a ruler in the back in centimeters. That's very helpful. And then a little place for your personal information. And it has this gold foiling stamp, which, I love little touches like that. Just makes it feel nice. And it says life document. overall, this feels like a fantastic planner. Let's do a pen test. I know that's what you ultimately want. Since this is not my personal planner, I'm gonna have to do it on a page where I think my husband won't use. So let's start with a fountain pen. So this is my fountain pen. I mixed 2 ink colors in here. I mixed a Takesume ink with the Pilot Blue. So it's actually a really nice subtle blue-black now. Not bad. It kind of feels, it doesn't feel like the Tomoe River No. 7 printer paper, but it feels pretty good. And there's no bleed through, which is mostly what you can ask for. I'll try a Muji pen. This is my Muji Blue Black. Let's see. Looks okay. It kind of looks very similar to the Hobonichi paper because it's so thin. It's see-through. This is also 52 GSM. They did write that on the website. It's, I think the name of it is, starts with a B. I think it's like Baochuan paper, which I haven't used other brands notebooks with that paper, so I'm not that familiar, but people have given it fairly good reviews. This is just a normal ballpoint pen. It's actually a really great pen if you're looking for a very quiet ballpoint. So it does have some indents, so I would consider using, yeah, it does have an indent. It's because it's so thin, I would consider using just like another piece of paper or cardboard behind it. And then pen. It's a mild liner brush pen. Wow, there's actually not much ghosting. I mean, not much bleed through. A little bit of ghosting on that. You can still tell it's there, but not bad at all. I don't know if you could watercolor on this the way you could on the old paper, but let's try again. I'll do another swatch over it. It's not bad. That's pretty good. I did about 4 swipes and it looks pretty good. You can tell it is coated paper, so it does sink a bit. I wonder if I have a really nice color ink to see if you can do some sheen. This one is given to me by a friend. I think it was Beaver Dam, maybe, by Ferris Wheel. I'm just using a glass pen. I don't know if it shows like the sheen of it as well. Okay, it doesn't. So maybe I didn't put enough, but I'm also scared to put too much. Let me use a paintbrush. What do you guys think? I mean, it's not bleeding through. That's, I guess, all I could ask for. I don't think it shows any type of sheen either, but if you're someone who just does like a very basic pen color for long form writing, this seems fine to me. Like my Takesume blue ink, it looks, you know, it looks about the same as it does on maybe my Midori paper. That itself does not have that much sheen or shading, but yeah, overall, I think it's okay. Let me see if I have any other pens I could test. Oh yes, this is a very popular one, the Tombow pen. It feels great on the paper because it has that coated smooth consistency. So I do think it's still better than a lot of paper I've used before. Yeah, I don't have the Sanzen paper to compare it to. I feel like Sanzen is a little rougher, which is what some people say. Some people say it's smoother, but I don't have a full notebook of it to do a full comparison. Sometimes in a small sheet, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I did imprint a bit on the side with the ballpoint, so if you are using it, I definitely recommend you put something underneath. So overall, this is a great planner. If you find yourself not using the weekly pages, but you still want like a daily journaling habit or a daily planning habit, this would be a great idea. All right, so that is it for an overview of the Kinbor Techo. Let me know if you have any questions, if this is something you're curious about. I'm not sure what I'm using yet for 2024, so let me know if you have your lineup settled. I love chatting all things planner, fountain pens, pens, stickers. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining today, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.